The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space, we began our story creating a small settlement. We then moved to a new area under the watchful eye of the king. After gaining the king's approval, we then began cultivating Shady Acres. This was the end of Chapter 1. As we began Chapter 2, we started creating our third new town. We also began our first side story, focusing on a citizen named Cody Stone. We then went back to our main city and continued growing it. We practiced our traffic management by providing people with ways to get to their destinations in multiple cities around the world. We still attempted to start our own transportation program with buses and taxis. We continued growing our population, created a shopping center, and our transportation network ended up earning us a bit of money over time, marking the start of our third side story in the food industry. For our next side story, we traveled to another brick in the mall to create a shopping center focused on a fast food restaurant within our city. After getting close to going bankrupt, we then traveled to a new place, learning different food recipes and starting our new restaurant. After learning how to run a restaurant, we returned to our city. We continued growing the city by adding multiple tree farms up on a hill, more to our education system, and also general population growth, like a new neighborhood. We then took 50 days to build up a trading card shop. We sold packs, booster boxes, dice, sleeves, and more. We ended the side story by keeping $10,000 in the bank while also leaving the store fully stocked. When we came back to our city of Shady Acres, we continued to grow our population. We also moved around the different types of industries we had close to the downtown area. We moved our stone quarry across the river, and we also bought up more map tiles so that we could move our main industrial area further away from the downtown area. We then noticed that no matter what we did, we kept losing money for an unknown reason at the time.
Good evening. The city of Shady Acres is facing unprecedented levels of crime, and it continues to rise. The murder rate is at an all-time high, with victims ranging from high-profile legitimate business leaders to lowly street thugs. Is no one safe? Police believe at least 47 organized crime groups may be behind the murders, but with no suspects in custody, panic has started to spread. In response, plans are underway for a new maximum security facility, one capable of holding the worst criminals our city has ever known. But will that be enough to stop the carnage and return Shady Acres to the peaceful haven it once was, when the biggest worry were the potholes on Main Street? Stay tuned to Shady Acres News for more updates.
Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. We are in Chapter 2, The Modern Era. Today we are playing Prison Architect. We'll play through, I guess it's only 5. Just to get our bearings on how to do this. You need offices and a kitchen too? Yeah. I think Double 11 made the game, but Paradox Interactive is the umbrella company that holds everything under it. I do have the skip button, but I'm not going to press it because I remember the tutorial has a lot of like cutscenes that explain things. This is how they build. They carry a piece of the item to wherever you need it. This is what it looks like when they deliver stuff to the building. They're carrying it in. These are the different types of offices you can have. Wardens, chief's office, foremans, they all do different things for each person. There is also a church, so we'll have someone coming around for Bible stuff. It's a pretty decent prison, right off the bat. It's a relatively small one. Incoming call. This is a tough one. There's a prisoner incarcerated at this facility who's been convicted of a double murder and sentenced to death. That's where we come in. We've been contracted to construct an execution chamber in time for the guy's big day. This is where I want the new facility to be built. I guess where these 4 lights are. The first step of any project is to construct the building itself with enough space inside to fit an execution room and holding cell. So let's start it constructed by building the room. And we also need an entrance, obviously. Build a large jail door in the south wall. Okay. We go here to foundations. Since everything else seems to be concrete in this area, we'll do concrete. And then go over here. Oh, we call already. Ah, the storage room. Your workmen are responsible for constructing of the buildings, so they will deliver the stuff on the side of the road. Then I guess they'll bring it into a storage room or wherever we put the storage rooms. Then the people come in here and bring it up. Or you could just not place a storage room and they'll take it off the side of the road. But the side of the road, small little area, will get full at some point and then the trucks will get backed up. It'll take longer, so it's better to make a storage room and have them move it from the side of the road to here. So you still have like that buffer range. This is just telling us how they do it. We can actually skip through all this. Know most of that. It does take them some time to build everything, so I don't think we can put the door on yet. I am, on the other hand, going to find out where the fast forward button is. Oh, it's the number keys. Now these are going to keep flashing until the building's done. And I don't think it has walls. I'm going to use a white wall. There, then we'll go... Where are doors? Not foundation. I wish it would stop flashing. They're all fences and stuff. I thought that doors would be part of rooms, but that's not the same thing. Objects? Objects. Trying not to type in the word door at the bottom, but I think I might just have to. That's not what we... It says Windows and... Oh, right there. Duh. Place that in. And why didn't they build... Oh, there we go. There's a Dwebble in chat if anyone said little, crab. Inside the building, I want a cell and an execution room. That makes sense. Partition the space by constructing some brick walls. And build a sniper tower in case they get hold of a great knife. I think, isn't there already sniper towers here? There's not, but there are sniper towers. Right, so grab some more walls. They want me to build it with a brick wall, so I'll do that just now, for now. Whoops, didn't mean to go there. Luckily, you can just right-click and it takes away the wall. Now, unfortunately, they put it on the slow speed again. We got our people building it now. I guess the next thing he's going to tell us is put some doors. Yep. And R to rotate, or you do right-click. Oh. It was R. And again, slow speed. Now they are taking the stuff from the deliveries area, but that's because I just bought it. So they'll use it immediately if they can, or they'll store it. Now I need to designate the rooms, which makes sense. Designate the smaller cell here to being a cell. The top one for being the execution room. So we go into rooms. Execution. Highlight it. Just like in the other brick in the mall. And down here. I think that's the next thing. They have requirements before they become functional, so obviously they need different things, like a bed and a toilet for the cell, and an electric chair for the execution room. We go into options, electric chair for there, a bed here, and a toilet, which I'm going to rotate right there. Again, put on 4, fast forward. And then I guess the next thing would be it needs electricity. There's still a few more improvements that could be made. It's up to you, though. There aren't strictly required. It depends on how much you care for your prisoners and their environment. So we could upgrade the cell to having extra things in it. With an outward-facing window and a small bookshelf. The execution room facilities would look better with a higher quality floor material, so if we change the floor. We are going to make a prison that looks fairly cool looking. And by that I mean like decorated. Outside you could add some lighting and a pathway like this. Now we're seeing who is on death row. Obviously the one with the priest. And this is another cutscene. This is the man in question, Edward Romsey. A teacher once, would you believe? It's not our place to decide if he deserves this. The law has made that decision. We're just here to do his job. Do a job. I have a hard time with that. My throat. Once you're satisfied with the facility is ready, you can begin the prisoner transfer to his new holding cell. Simply click on the Polaroid in a cell to initiate the transfer. That might be better. Now, because we're not really doing this to make this place look pretty, I'm just going to click on everything. Now, although it is an execution chair, it's not very gruesome. We will be seeing pictures, but that's pretty much it. The Stone Cold Killer, guilty as charged. He even confessed when you hear his description of what he did. It's juicy stuff. It's around 11 p.m. The lights are already on. I knew she was home. He killed his wife or something? Oh. Okay, I can kind of see where this is going. I knew I'd catch you two here. Don't. Just don't. Did you kill both of them? You did. Clear as day, if you ask me. Deserves every volt he's gonna get. All men deserve forgiveness, even him. Are you so sure in yourself that you can deal out such final judgment? Catching your wife with another man is no excuse for what he did. And he went there with a loaded gun, knowing he'd find them there together. That's double premeditated murder. He's done nothing but cooperate with the authorities. This state is making an example of him. If he committed his crime 100 miles north, he'd be looking at life imprisonment instead. How is that justice? Do you want a guy like this running free? I'll sleep just fine at night when I know he's gone. Shush, priest. Incoming call again. Good work so far. However, there is one problem. The execution room isn't functioning yet because it doesn't have any power. Guessed that it was going to need power. We need to connect it to the electrical supply, which has its own tab, and all you have to do is bring these wires close enough to it. I'm going to skip through them telling us everything. We have our supply here, and these are batteries. You upgrade this by adding more batteries around it. It either holds more power or it gives more power. I forget which one it is. As you can see, this entire wing of the prison cells is without power. All the lights are out. To fix this problem, we need to switch into utilities mode and understand why the lights are without power. I think it's because there's no wires going to it. And it looks like it's true. The nearest electrical cables are too far away. Our engineers can't complete a wiring for this area. Extend the electrical cables nearby to cover this wing of the prison. We go into utilities, click on the correct thing here. All we have to do, bring this over. And then I think I just bring it down this and in here. Now it looks like they want us to bring it straight into this, so I'll do that as well, just in case. And these wires should be close enough to all the lights that they're going to turn on. Now if we get out of here and we press 4 again, should be able to fast forward through them, building everything. Almost done, and just 2, 3, 1, there you go. Lights aren't the only thing that needs power, a new electric chair does too. Use that power cable to connect the facility to the power grid, which we already did. So it's going to skip right to the next thing. The electric chair itself is a special type of electrical item. It requires its own dedicated power line. You need to connect it up directly with mains cables, which we already did. There's the next one. We're almost done, I think. We should test a new execution room at least once before we try to use it, though. I'm just going to turn it on for a few seconds to make sure everything is okay. I have a feeling we don't have enough power for it. It's going to shut off. We're going to lose power to the whole building because we need more than one power source. Who would have thought? Well, that didn't work. It drew too much power and tripped the circuit breaker in the power station. The whole prison is dark. We're going to need more juice to be able to handle the power spike of the electric chair generates. And I think that means all we have to do is add more batteries around it. First, we need to turn the power back on. This is a two-step process. Switch the power back on by clicking on it, clicking switch on. Then build 3 more capacitors for a higher power capacity chair. Once you've done that, test the electric chair again by clicking on it, switching. Turn on. Oh, got that. Utilities, grab capacitors, put them here. Get out of this, press the floor. And we should see as they build this, this bar goes down. Each one. Now you can completely surround it, I think. Only... Yes, you can completely surround it. You don't have to be able to reach this building itself. So, come over here. Switch on. Can't switch it on, apparently. Well done, I believe we are finished with this job. What happens now is out of our hands. We did a professional job, and it's important in our business. Try not to worry about what happens next. So I guess the guy's gonna go to church. Oh no, this is him giving himself up. Can I help you? Are you looking for forgiveness? Well, no. I have to do something. I can't live with the things I've done. You have to turn yourself in. Whatever you've done, you cannot evade the consequences. You will never be able to live with yourself until you face up to your past. I want to go back. I want to forgive her. I want her to forgive me. God will forgive you, no matter what you've done, if you ask him to. But you must answer for your crimes in the eyes of the law. There is no other way. This is why the priest is so, supportive of him. It's time, Edward. You've done the right thing, even though this world will not forgive you for it. You will be with God soon, and he will have the final judgment on you. I am debating on skipping these. I didn't remember them being this slow and going through the process. Edward Ramsey, you've been found guilty of 2 counts of murder in the 1st degree. The penalty is death. Do you have anything to say? Susan, I'm sorry. Sorry for the flashbang, everyone. Okay, we go straight into the next thing. There should be a different prison each time we go into a new thing. This prison is on fire. Prices bring out in one of our other facilities. Someone started a fire in the prison kitchen. The priority is to put it out and stop any casualties and prevent more damage. The emergency services button in the toolbar can call a fire brigade. Get this fire under control before it burns the whole prison down. Where? Oh, emergencies. Fire engine. I'm gonna call both of them in. We have one here. I think we have to highlight all of them, and then that tells them where to go. Go like this. And then we tell them to come here. We highlight these guys, and we tell them to go here. And then I guess we press 4. No. Did something wrong. Click right mouse to order your fireman to move there. Ah, right click? No. Oh, okay. Highlight and then right click them over here, not left click. Gotcha. Get you over here. And fast forward. Now, in chat, there is a crocodile. If anyone wants a crocodile, look. I have you come further in, and you come further in. The rest of you come in here as well. The rest of you go in here. And then all 4 of them are going to come over here. Where's this guy going? This fire looks fine. There's 2 more here. I don't know how long it takes for one flame to go out, but I really want them to come over here now. Okay. 4, 1. Now they're all looking at this fire. I'm going to tell you guys to come further down this side. You guys to get a little bit closer. Is it the ground that's on fire or the cables? I can't tell. I guess they wouldn't be cables, they'd be hoses. Now luckily it didn't spread any further than just here. They can reach that last flame. Okay, they're all done. My god, there's a survivor in the wreckage. Where was he hiding? Price to the crutch. It's Don Palermo. Palermo. Of all the inmates, it just had to be our mob boss. So someone tried taking out the mob boss and he survived. Bad news for him, it's the budget cuts. Bad news to him is that budget cuts have meant we had to sack all our permanent doctors. The good news is our infirmary is still usable. Hire a couple doctors and they'll take care of Don Palermo whilst we sort this mess out. This is what I wanted to see. How do we hire someone? We need to clear up this mess, use the bulldoze tool to demolish the ruins, canteen and kitchen. You need to remove all the debris. And then we have the designated garbage zone. Finally, you can send those firemen home, now that they've done their job. Add more details on each of the objectives in your to-do list, which is in the top left corner. Anytime you're unsure what to do, highlight the objective and you'll see additional things. If we do that, they should start going away now. They will follow the hose backwards. They don't just leave and the hose follows them. What we need to do is staff, hire a doctor. I think I just hired 2. Guess the infirmary is... Oh, no, we didn't hire 2. I had to put them down here. We'll hire 2 anyway. What I need to do is rooms, garbage site. This over here. Staff, workmen. Few of them. Foundations, bulldoze. This whole thing. And this whole thing. Well, it's still flashing staff, so I think we need more workmen. Alright, that stopped flashing. The only thing that didn't stop flashing is the bulldoze tool. Demolishing those buildings will take a while. You can pass the time more by quickly using the buttons under the clock, which we know is the number key. Pretty sure if there's something we can salvage and use again, they keep it. They don't necessarily throw it away. They might. It does look like they're throwing away the tables themselves. They're bringing it over to a trash bag, and then when that's full, they take the trash bag away. Canteen's almost done. They should be working on the kitchen next. Kitchen is now gone. Should be getting a phone call. Good work. Let's check up on our casualty. Well, this can't be good. Don Palermo. Sonny Palermo, so it's one of his sons. I think he's trying to say something. Which one of you... Okay, I'm not saying all that. Which one of you did this? No one did this to you, Pappy. It was an accident. Shut your stinking mouth and listen, the both of you. If I knew which one of you started that fire, I'd snap your stinking neck. Maybe the Sims 4 firefighters can show up. They get stuck in it and then burn. Have you ever played 2 Point Hospital? I have not. Never even heard of it, actually. Should I look it up? If they didn't kill them... Wait. They didn't kill him, the infection would... An infection would form from that filthy floor. True. When my time is done, I'm going to die in this bed. And there's a family business to run. The Palermo name is all we've got left. So you do the honorable thing. Capiche? We know what to do, Pops. I think it's a tall one. There's a hospital management game. Might fit in your story. I will look it up in just a moment. Unless they pause here. They are going to pause. Let me type it into my wish list, and then we'll get back to the game. I'm just going to quickly go through the video here. Oh, I have seen this on YouTube. Or something similar to it that was like a museum. I think they just might have like DLCs that changed this. I am going to put this on the wish list. Whether or not we get to it before we go into our next chapter, I'm not sure. Anyway. This isn't over, Nico. Without food, these inmates will tear the walls down within a couple of days. We've got to secure the prison before we end up with a riot on our hands. This is the deployment screen from where you can control the tactical deployment of all your guards. Deploy a spread of guards to all cell blocks and rooms. Assign 10 guards to stations around the prison. That should be sufficient show of strength for now. I also want a patrol around the inner courtyard where we will be building new facilities. Anytime you're unsure what to do, highlight it. Okay. So we go in here, assign guards, deploy 10 guards around the prison, assign 2 guards to patrol the inner courtyard. So we're going to have to add a patrol before we do that. But I'm going to click on this. Put 1 in each cell. Actually, let's put 2 in both cells. That's all 10, and then I forget where we do a patrol. Oh yeah, because there's an open gate. Patrols right here. So if we go like this. Oh wait. Oh, they do one here. I don't know how... Actually. I get rid of all that. Because they're probably going to tell us to put the building back where it was. But I also want the person to come up here. This is quite a big patrol. Then assign guards. 2 guards. Alright, now they should come out here and follow that dotted line around. We have a lot of work still to do. We need to turn our attention to replacing the kitchen and canteen. First, we need to rebuild the kitchen. We need to install several pieces of equipment and hire some chefs. Once that's done, build a new canteen. Once you've had all that completed, the chefs will automatically start preparing meals for the entire prison. If you aren't sure what to do at any time... Okay. Now this says that we need water over here. Let's see, utilities. And connect these up. They go like that. That'll connect that room in. I think they had it connected in on here. But anyway. You want rooms, we have to make the building first. But even though they're not telling me to put it here, I'm still going to put it here. And then this will be the canteen over here. And fast forward. Hello, Tori. Even though you're next to me. Now, the longer that it takes for them to build us, the more irritated everyone's going to be. All the prisoners, I mean. Now we need to go into walls and doors. And add a jail door here. Add one there. Probably add one across the sidewalk for the staff to get in here quicker. Apparently someone has narcotics. Alright, for the kitchen, we first need this door built, which it is. We need to add 4 cookers. Which are... Oh, maybe we need to add the room first. Kitchen there, then canteen over here. Then if we go into objects. Oh, that didn't tell me where the kitchen is. Objects, right? There we go. Why didn't I see it before? Add them here. Oh, they add like people all in here now. There's no lights in here. 4 fridges. I'll just add them in a row back here as well. I do lights. Oh wait, it already has a light. Never mind. How do I cancel that? We need to add the utilities for these lights. Start with that for now. And that should turn on the lights for them. Kitchen sink. Oh, here's everything now. I'm gonna add 2 just so we have them. After that, we need a bin, which I saw already. I'll add 2 just in case. And after that, improve the kitchen floor. Add electric. No, it says add water mains. Okay. Utilities. Water. And I think they need small pipes for those, if I remember correctly. We had 4 deaths today, apparently. And there's no electric going to the stoves. Why does this have no electricity? There's no, like, secondary wiring in here. I don't know what's going on with these. Maybe we just add another wire in here? I don't know. We need to hire 8 cooks, but instead I'm going to do the objects for the other room. We need serving table. How many did it say? 2 serving tables, 6 regular tables. I'm gonna put them here. Table. Or there. Add benches to it. Benches here. Oh, I keep misclicking. More tables. More benches. Got 1 table. Okay, that should be all in here. We need a bin in here. Again, put 2 just to be safe. And they still don't have enough electricity. Why? Do they need to be directly added to the main power? Like this? No. I'm thoroughly confused. I don't understand, but okay. Let's hire 8 cooks. There we go. Everything is done now. We could add more stuff to the canteen, but we don't need to finish the tutorial. You will not believe what I've just been told. Something was found in the potatoes. Rigas, what did you put in the Irish potatoes? Our guys are dumping some old foodstuffs. They discovered packs of narcotics and bottles of alcohol hidden in these crates. That is not how you get scotch into prison, Rigas. We suspect the Palermo family of smuggling into the facility for some time now, but we've never been able to determine how. Some days it just doesn't rain, it pours. Don Victor Palermo, boss of one of the East Coast's most feared mob families. The Palermos eluded the FBI for decades. Anthony Palermo, the Don's eldest son and natural heir, ran the day-to-day operations. Don't know why I had a hard time with that. Nico Tamaretti wasn't a made man, but was welcomed into the family business when he married the Don's only daughter, Vitalia. And Sonny Palermo, the Don's second son, the runt of the litter, temper like a pit bull, and only half as smart. Their empire ran a narcotics trade from Maine to Florida. That was until Anthony got caught in a flagrant delicto. Flagrante delicto? Is that his daughter? The guy that we were just at that had the electric chair shot his daughter. Unfortunately for the family, police at the scene found 12 kilos of uncut cocaine in Anthony's sports bag. So, this guy was... She was Dawn's daughter and cheated on her husband, who had the electric chair, with the guy that was trying to get into Dawn's family. The evidence led straight to the top. Wait, no. How would he be in prison? But because it would have been these two, right? Overnight, everything in the Palermo family had built up, crumbled to the ground. The FBI had everything they needed to ensure they'd all rot in jail. I'm unsure how the story's connected. Which leaves Natalia, the Don's daughter, the only living member of the family who isn't behind bars. We don't know much about her other than she has always kept outside the family business. But someday the outside must have been... But someone from the outside must have been sending those drugs in. We could have quite the serious narcotics problem on our hands, but we can't deal with that yet. We've got our kitchen and canteen up and running. Our chefs will work on preparing food for everyone, which should cool things down. I'm concerned that the fire was clearly deliberate, and we don't want a repeat of that. Instead, install a sprinkler system over the kitchen and canteen to connect them to the water mains. All prisoners have needs. These needs directly impact how the prisoners behave. Right now, everyone is starving, hungry, and that's what all the shot has been about. Food is one of their highest priority needs, and you ignore it at your peril. A prison is just a few failed meals away from a wall-to-wall riot. Monitor the needs of your prisoners in the needs report, which you can normally access through the reports icon, the bottom right. This report shows the combined needs of all your prisoners. Red means a lot of prisoners are angry about this particular need not being met. We need recreation. We need food. As you expect, food is red for virtually everyone. These prisoners are also very bored. Prison is in need of a pretty shabby state, which is reflected in their environment and clothing needs. It's your decision as a resident prison architect which needs you would try to attend first. You could install televisions in their cells to keep them occupied and hire some janitors to clean up the place. Or you can just ignore your prisoners' needs altogether and rely on force to keep your prison under control. I'll leave it up to you. We don't need that open. So we need to install sprinklers. Kitchen, canteen. That's what we're going to do first. I'm assuming they're in utilities, water. I don't see them in there, so I'm guessing they're objects. Right here. If I go like this. On this one we'll do 9 of them. And then all we have to do is connect them water pipes. Once they're built. We have to wait until they're built. I'm waiting for the last 3 to be built. Last 1 now. There we go. Little pipes. More little pipes. Then over here we'll go like this. Bring them all down. That should be that. And then the optional stuff down here. And the food needs, which we're doing randomly. Handle the environmental needs of your prisoners. That would be easy just by getting janitors. We'll hire a few of them. Oh, if you right click and left click, it does the same thing. Okay. Incoming call. We had an incident in the showers. There's a body. Actually, there's 2 bodies. Luckily for us, we got cameras in there. When you get a moment, click on the Polaroid in the showers, and we'll take a look at what happened. Power. Oh, here's a Polaroid. It was the actual son of Don. Alone. Perfect. You took your time. Fed the bull. I never did know what that sister of mine saw in you. This her idea? Off the old man? Is that what you think? I didn't mean him to get hurt. I love the man like he's my own father. Sick of seeing this family brought down by your stupidity. The fire was meant for you. Oh. Then consider this repaying the favor. Don't come the saint. We both know you plan to take me out one day. Yeah, you always were the smart guy, Nico. Look where it got you. Don't worry, you won't feel a thing. I told you, watch your back. Have you met Frankie before? He's got a unique talent with the piano wire. Honestly, by the time he's finished, they'll think it was suicide. Oh, and then he still got stabbed. And he stabbed the guy that was strangling him. Didn't the warden say there was only 2 dead bodies? Oh, he's still alive. Exhausted, injured, exhausted, injured. Fantastic. Looks like the Palermo family is running out of members. That's one way to word it. You can bet the Palermos were selling those narcotics onto every con here. The guards are telling me they've seen a lot of prisoners showing signs of withdrawal since the fire. I want you to search every prisoner in every cell. I bet we find Palermo drugs all over the prison. We do that. Staff. Oh, we need more guards, apparently. Hire more guards to speed up the search. Okay, we have that done. These are still going on up here. Do we need to do a shakedown? Is that this way to do this? I think it would be. All sector. No, wait. Yeah. Because this checks every place for what they have in their cells and stuff. It does make people angry, though. I'm waiting for it to finish. I want to see if this does anything better than whatever this guy's going to say. They are finding quite a lot of things, jeez. 83 trash bags, that's not... Oh, booze bag, okay. I was going to say, trash bag, that seems weird to have in your cell. And it's done. On the positive, this isn't as bad as it could have been, but there are definitely problems with drug and alcohol dependency. We need to help these men. It's the only way of curbing their activities and dealing with their symptoms. Start a drug treatment program in the infirmary. Our doctors will administer a chemical substitute that will help alleviate the cravings and addicts. For the alcoholics, there isn't a chemical substitute, so I suggest we start group therapy sessions. You have to build a new common room to run these meetings. To start new programs, go to Reports in the bottom right of the screen, and then Programs. Anytime you want. Okay. What do we have to do in here? Start a drug program. Easiest thing. Or are they both in the same thing? Reports. Programs. Right here. Have this started. How do we schedule it? Don't know. Okay, so let's go make a common room. We could cut off part of the canteen and make that the common room. We'll do that. That'll be the easiest thing to do. Let us go. And right here. Well, that didn't move the word. Okay. We'll do that. Grab some walls. We went here and this way. And a jail door. Okay, we have the drug treatment being done. Or at least started. Why aren't they building the walls? Oh, there we go. That is done. Create a meeting place made out of 8 chairs. Do this. One more chair. That's done. Now the last thing is go in here and start this. Very good. We made a real difference here, and I think the prison is back under control. You can stay and improve the prison further, or we can move on to the next facility. When you're ready, pick the Polaroid. I didn't read where it said the Polaroid was. I think he said in infirmary. He did. Look at that. Oh, the daughter's coming in. Natalia. You ignoring him? Sweet cheeks. I'm sorry. I messed up. Hush now. They said Pops won't last a week. I know. I came to say goodbye. You know, we could talk away. We could walk away now, you and me. This life, it's taken everything. I'd like that. But I can't. I'm a Palermo, Nico. And with Pops gone, and you an outsider in his place, our enemies would walk right over this family. Can't have that. I have to show them the Palermo still sits on the throne. Wait, so you're here to whack me after all we've been through? Nico. You're so old school. No, sweetheart. I'm divorcing you. Kidding me? I'm a dead man here without the family behind me. I know, sweetheart, but that's not my concern anymore. I wish you to a better place, Pappy. I didn't realize there was a Farfetch'd and a Tyranitar in chat earlier. Goodbye, Nico. On to the third chapter. Alright, now Camel State Prison. Staff and security have withdrawn to the perimeter to wait for military assistance. A number of personnel are still unaccounted for, including company CEO Charles Wallace. Rioting erupted following the arrest of several high-profile judges, alleged to have taken kickbacks in return for imposing harsher prison sentences. Douglas Benedict, currently serving a life term, is believed to be the ringleader behind the outbreak of violence. Adding fuel to the fire, sources say the criminal underworld has recently been rocked by a series of high-profile murders, including the attempted assassination from the boss, Victor Palermo, last month. Everything's still connected. City Mayor Calvin Heller released a statement just a few moments ago. To those who are questioning our policies of punitive reform, this should act as a stark reminder. Category is still Hitman on my screen. Oh, that's true. I didn't switch the category. Thank you, Rigas. Prison Architect, 1 viewer. We're about to make that at least 2 viewers. Almost 8,000 followers, though, for this game. That's not bad. I think this game's pretty niche. I wouldn't expect too many people watching it. To those who question our policies and punitive reform, this should act as a stark reminder. These men have housing and food provided, the privilege of paid work. This is how they reward the taxpayers who subsidize their comforts. CEO Charles Wallace, deputy and relative newcomer to the post, has been tasked with restoring order. It has yet been seen whether a lack of experience will prove costly during these difficult crises. Are you dominating the category? I guess. I mean, if there's 1 viewer, that means someone else has to be streaming it right now, right? Incoming call from the negotiator. It's out of control here. Nobody is in charge. We got multiple casualties, and the remaining guards won't go into the rioting cell blocks. We had to pull back to the perimeter. Figure out what to do, and put a stop to this before it gets out of hand. Riot police should be here in a few minutes. This I remember doing. "88 prisoners are rioting, and we need to get into the building before we can see anything." So as we get the rioting people, whenever they get here, because I can't hire them. We just have to wait? That was weird. The first response teams have arrived. These guys are riot guards. They're much more heavily armored. Use these guys to start retaking the captured prison wings. We've also got some paramedics from a nearby state hospital. I suggest you use them to give emergency medical attention to your riot guards as they retake the prison. Why are we following the truck? That was weird. Alright. So I'm going to highlight all these guys. Tell them to go in here. As they go into a room, it should light it up. I want to get these done because these are going to be sniper towers, I think. Let's put on a 3. I have to go all the way around. Oh, because this is a fence here. I got you now. We'll bring them in here as well. First thing they're going to go to is the canteen. then get that corner as well. Go up here. Go into here next, storages. Because there's nobody there. I'm trying to avoid the places that have people. And getting everything else unlocked in case we need that immediately afterwards. Oh, everything's clearing up afterwards. Never mind then. How do we get in here? They coming over? They're not coming over. Now they should be. I'm going to move the paramedics right here as well. I'm going to have them stay behind, but be nearby. Now that they're all in here. Okay, let's go to this wing next. I'm going to bring the paramedics into this room. Bring them down here next. And then in here. And then we'll work our way down. I'm going to bring the paramedics in here. We have another incoming call. I'm going to wait until we get everyone down here. Okay. More riot guards have arrived. Oh, nice. Bring these guys in here. Oh, bring them up here. Got another call coming. Bring them down here. I assume this is the CEO's deputy who I'm speaking. I appreciate this. I appreciate the... Wait. I appreciate this is a very difficult time and we are under intense scrutiny. There should be a comma somewhere there. Rest assured you have my full support in using any and all resources to your disposal. You gained a foothold and retaking some of the prison, and a loss of life so far is completely justifiable. But before you push on and retake the rest of the prison, you should resecure the wings you have captured. Hire some guards and assign them to recapture sectors from the deployment screen, and they will ensure the captured wings stay captured. Once you have taken care of that, push into the remaining zones and put those monsters down. These animals can't be rehabilitated. They can't be negotiated with. I'm working on authorizing an armed response team that will put an end to this quick. Okay, so let's hire some guards. Staff. And then how do we assign to... Shouldn't matter too much. They will go around and capture people. Let's grab this group, bring them down here into the shower. Keep forgetting that's right click. There's nobody in the shower. Okay. I'm gonna have them come out here. The other guys come out here as well. Oh, I keep forgetting it's right click. Have everyone come in here. We have the paramedics come in here as well so they can fix the injured people. This group out here. Incoming call. We got wounded all over the prison and more to come, no doubt. Can't just leave them to bleed to death. Build an infirmary somewhere on site and hire doctors to treat the injured. We've all seen quite a few bodies. For the sake of their dignity, we need to build a morgue and start collecting them up. We need to hire workmen to do the construction work. Be sure to keep them safe. Okay. Oh, deployment right there. Look at that. I want to assign a guard here. Here. Probably assign a guard in these as well. 2 in here. Don't think I need 1 in the kitchen. to staff. We are going to hire a guard in here. And that says no access. Oh. Listen up. We got your CEO. This is how it works. I ask, you give. Any problems sending in anyone? Or if I even smell a cop, I put a bullet in his head. We want an unmarked vehicle, blacked out windows, full tank, 1 hour. I'll be in touch. There really aren't any doors to get in there. How many calls is this one? This is completely unacceptable. We need eyes on the canteen so we can see what's happening. There's a small security room to the north of the canteen. We need to secure it. Deploy some guards in there to man the CCTV console. We get a vision of the whole cell block. Alright. Grab a riot men. Bring them in here. And just right click. Gonna hire some more guards while we're at it. We're gonna need some extra people. Let them tend to your medical needs. We need to add a room, right? Put it right here. Just there, staff, workmen. That should be enough. Requires an entrance, of course it does. Oh. Walls, doors. Large door. Right here, and right here. Rooms. Infirmary, where is that? The morgue, infirmary right here. Oh, we have to wait until it's built. Never mind. Another incoming call. Take a look at the hostage situation. Last chance to walk out of here, boss man. Ever play 2-ball tag? Oh. 2 bullets, 4 empty chambers. Used to play this with jackrabbits. So their heads clean off. But you'll work just the same. Let's start with a simple question. What were you doing in that office? Swear I don't know anything. Oh, he's burning something. I see my own reflection enough to know a man doing wrong. Fine, who goes first? You, me? What about this guy? What do you know? Just like a jackrabbit. What was in those files? I swear I don't know. Luck's running out, still a bit in there somewhere, and I don't know what I saw. Couldn't believe my own eyes. Big company man himself, here in my prison, looking guilty. I'm guessing there was more in those files than just my rap sheet. Please, please don't. Odds are getting shorter, Wallace. I'll tell you what, I'll make it easier for you. Alright, enough of this. It's your turn, unless you tell me what I want to know. Hey, please, please don't shoot. It was money. It was all the money. Your valuable commodities. The longer any of you are in here, the more profit we make. We were just bending the rules. That file was the proof. So what are we worth? What do we get for keeping us in here? What do you get for keeping us in here? $73,000 a year. Wow. It's time for you to start paying back. More calls. Mayor has brought some armed police from the nearby police station. Be careful with these guys. You might just end up with a bloodbath on your hands if you let them loose. On the other hand, the prisoners may choose to surrender when they see these guys coming in. Right, how is the person out here? Did these guys retake this room? They have now. Repair in progress for that door. Back to doing this. I want to add a guard down here, though. Find guards. You know, we'll only add one. You guys can come out here. And come over here and get this guy that's running around. Bring the medics in here as well. And the other group of guards. Okay. More phone calls. I'm trying to do this. The main bulk of reinforcements have arrived. You can now call up as many squads of riot and paramedics as you need in the emergencies toolbar. Nice. That should be the last of the door. That we need to wall this off. There has to be a morgue separated from the infirmary. Put a jail door right here. And then rooms, we want infirmary here. Morgue here. Whether or not I need the morgue that large, no idea. What do I need in the infirmary? Medical beds, of course. This side as well. And then over here, we need morgue slabs. Don't know how many we're going to need, but they did say that we had a lot of bodies. So start off with that, and let's do utilities now. Drag this out this way. That should be enough. Now that'll be done as we go through this next place. Now this has no power and the fire's going off. Let's just finish down here. These guys are exhausted, so I'll use the other group first. I'm gonna bring you guys over here. Pause for a second. Deployment. Put a guard in there, a guard in here. Get out of that. But we have a person dead. Paramedics aren't following us. Have these guys come in here as well. The paramedics will save the people that are still alive. You're empty. What about the bathroom? And they're empty. Why can't I click on this? Why can't I click on this ride, please? Oh, that might be taken to the infirmary. I'm not sure. Anyway, how is it up here? They're not done with the electric, but they will be soon. Oh, some of the guards are in here. Okay. So let's bring these guys in here. Take care of this group. Paramedics as well. Why did they all run out? What about our paramedics? Why did they all go out there? That's odd. So this is all done, right? I think so. We add 2 guards to this one. We can't get in here. Add 1 guard to there. Now we have to find a way up into here. I'm gonna grab all of our people. Unfortunately, there's a fire going on. How do we... Fire engine. Bring these guys all the way out here. Probably could have saved this whole thing if we did the fire police first. Bring you down here. And we're done with them, I think. How do we get rid of them again? List of vehicle. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. Oh, they got rid of the people. I think. They're still here, so I don't know. That is a lot of stuff here. What am I supposed to be doing again? There are no canteens by this cell. Prisoners in this cell. I think I just need to hire more guards. It says bring the fire under control. There is no fire anymore, right? Okay. Now we just need guards. I didn't hear the noise for the Cranidos that appeared in chat. I want my wheels now. Wallace is joining us, and if I catch sight of a tail, you'll be scrapping pieces of him off the freeway. That's it. It's time to bring the situation to an end. The team is all in position. None of us are getting out of here. Not you, they want. What are you talking about? Did it for money, but he did it for political gain. The longer the sentences, the more votes he got. Who are you talking about? Mayor Heller. It was his blueprint. I just oiled the wheels. Those files were evidence that could destroy his career. They're coming in, get ready. Fucking warned you. That was a weird way to end it. The plot thickens. Facility is under control and the rioters have been subdued. It could easily have turned out a lot worse. We got one hell of a cleanup operation ahead of us. I'd appreciate your help with that if you've got time. We don't have any building contractors on site, so first step would be to hire new workmen to get the work repairing the place. I always thought security here was much too lax. These inmates have been given too much free rein for too long. That stops today. I want you to build us a new armory, then deploy armed guards at key positions around the prison. The sight of that will subdue these prisoners, and they'll think twice about causing as much trouble again. I'm also approving the funds to provide body armor to all the guards on site. Our men need to be able to defend themselves. We have a few other requirements. There are a lot of prisoners who need to be taught the error of their ways. Build a new solitary confinement wing. Our guards will take care of moving inmates to solitary as required. Solitary confinement gives inmates time to reflect on what they've done and reminds them who is in charge around here. There's a lot to do here. We really appreciate your help. Once you feel you've done enough and are ready to move on, click on the Polaroid in the front gates. I'm not going to do any of this if I can move on. That's at front gates, so I'm assuming up here. Before we start the next one, I'm going to get a piece of candy. Lack of engagement in this facility is shocking. Men deprived of every shred of humanity. They're being shown scant compassion or restraint. It's not what these men deserve. Indeed, Captain. This is not a treat human being. They're deprived of every shred of humanity. The guards arguing that these people aren't human. You got a visitor. Rehabilitation might as well teach monkeys to play the banjo. What's your name, son? And asked you a question. Henry, sir. Must be cold here. There, Henry, put this on. Lice in the bed, sir. Eating me alive. Sure keeps out the rats. Biggest ones I've ever seen. Okay. Are you sleeping? Don't sleep. Only thing I do here is think. Lots of time for thinking. What do you think about? Dying mostly, and my little girl. She'll need to be strong, Henry. This is hard for her, too. Been behind bars every day her life. She doesn't even know I exist. Never too late to change your life, Henry. I'd like to come see you again, if I may. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Call me Walter. Can you do something about those rats? This isn't the third world. We'll get some rat poison in there. Following the recent tragedy of Alchemo State Prison, we are under immense political scrutiny. Until a permanent replacement is found for our CEO position, I'd like you to take the reins. There have been a spat of suicides at this facility recently, and it's not hard to see why. But we have a more immediate problem. The powers that have decided to send us a huge batch of new inmates, first thing arriving tomorrow. We don't have anywhere to house them. We need you to build a brand new cell block with enough space to handle the new intake. Yeah, a potential design for a new cell block here. This should give us enough cells to handle the intake, and design includes its own shower facility. It's up to you to choose to follow this design and do something totally different. My job is to prioritize the welfare of these men, get that new cell block built, and we'll talk about how to achieve that. I think we will do the same thing that they want us to do. And for the side. I think it's putting in the walls, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure I did any of the walls because they don't have the foundation first. Flooring, get some paving stone down. Here as well. This will make it more good looking, on the outside at least. That should have been the last piece on the inside of the building for them to do. There we go. Now I'm going to start doing all this again. Apparently the lights are all turning on. That means that they already did the electric underneath. Do these way. Straight across. This is easier. Sounds like there was a riot to the left of the screen. That all there. We do doors. Jail door. We need to add all the doors to these. Looks like some of our people got stuck in the rooms because they didn't have a door to get out. And then we're going to need a pillar in the center here. Or else we can't put the showers on top. Objects, shower head. Oh, never mind. Let's not do that one. Something like that. That should be it. Next thing we need is a drain. Might be flooring. Is it great? I don't think it's great. Drain, right there. Alright, now we have to go through each one of these and tell it that it's a cell. It does 3 different stuff. It does. Okay. This is a lot easier. I thought I had to do each one individually. Shower is where? Right here. Okay, that should be it for the shower. These all need beds and other things. One of them is they all need a toilet. And then they obviously all need a bed. Where is comfy bed? Right there. I forgot to finish all the toilets on the other sides of the walls. Here as well. And the toilets again, where did they go? Here. There's another Pokemon in chat, can't look at it. I have no idea what it is. It is a Skorupi, if anyone wants a scorpion-like Pokemon. Alright, utilities. We want electric. Down here. And also down here. Water. We got the water main going there. We also want it this way. And here, here, and here, there. And going all the way down this way. And going all the way this way. And then this way. That should be it, once they build them all. Why are these guys yelling? Surrounded by walls and doors. You do have a door, though. Enclosed, surrounded by walls and doors. You have a door. Someone got hurt. I don't know why these are saying minimum size 2x3. Do I just need to take away the rooms? Like that. Maybe redraw them. Oh, some of them weren't drawn right. How did that happen? Oh no, but they're all in there now. Provide a yard. Why isn't this labeled as a yard? Oh, what? We have a yard. Why can't they come over here? These two people don't have water up here. Why do you not have water? Oh, I think it just doesn't reach that far. Okay, let's change these to being big pipes. Welcome in, Dollar Bill. Ooh, love this game. The Gang's DLC made it 307 times harder. 703 times, that's what I meant to say. Not gonna do that. We are redoing the tutorial because I forgot how to do a bunch of things. And right now I'm wondering why this block here doesn't have access to this yard. It says provide yard. So, am I doing something wrong? I don't know. I don't remember having to like label them to have a yard. I thought they all just came over here. I guess I need to make them a yard over here? Why are they all going in here? Oh, do we need another prison cell? I'd cell for 40 inmates. Provide a shower. It does seem like I need to build a yard. Alright. Where is yard? Right here. And that's all it needed. Okay, so I just needed to do that. Easy enough. I was hoping to see you at one of my sessions. Can't do it, I can't stay in this hole any longer. Just take it a day at a time. I mean, the whole stinking place, and in here, out there, they won't let me see my family. I messed up, sir. That ain't about to change. Henry, it's gonna be okay. I'm right beside you. It's funny, he said the exact same thing. Go, Henry, you can tell me. He looked out for me. Ever since we were kids. You know that guy. He was from the last place. Right beside you. Grab the money, kid. Well, that was a quick response time. Drop your weapons now. Alright, so our guy that we're talking to now didn't want to shoot. That's why the first guy went to jail. Killed a cop. And then got shot. That's how they both got caught. He ain't here no more. I'm making an agreement. Come to my next group and I'll see if we can relax your visitation privileges. You do that for me, sir? Not just for you, Henry. Oh, it's not just for you. Gotcha. Coming call. We've treated these men like dirt for too long, that ends now. Previous CEO was never a big believer in prisoner reform, but the way I see it, we need to provide these men with some sense of hope for the future. We need to give them the skills they need to succeed when they're released, valuable trade skills and a basic education. We should start a work apprenticeship scheme. Train these men with some real-world skills so they at least have a future they can look forward to. Authorize prison labor through bureaucracy. Here. Labor. Right here. Optional, train 5 inmates in the kitchen. We're not going to do that. Assign inmates to work in the kitchen. That we are going to do. How do? Employment. Assign cooks. No. I think we have to wait until we have the thing unlocked. We do, on the other hand, need to build a workshop. There's a good place for it. Down here, I think. Or we can build it over here. Let's build everything new over here. Just a little thing. Put a large jail door. And I'm going to grab some flooring straight through the yard. We'll have that get done over time. Okay, rooms. What does this need to be again? Workshop? That's shop. Workshop. What do you need? Workshop, saw, workshop, press, and a table. I'm gonna put some of these out here for them to work. Bench. The more things you put out in the yard, the more they have to do. Here's a carpenter table. Put a few of these out here. We have a press. And a workshop saw. We also need to grab the utilities over here. And we also need a table. I don't see table. No table right here. Should be it for that. That's completed. Assign inmates. We are going to do that. We did the authority thing. How do we assign inmates? Logistics, then prison labor. Oh, okay. First thing we need to do is canteen or kitchen. That. And down here. 3 people there. Exports zone. Oh, rooms. don't see an export zone? Is there a different thing for that? No. Deliveries. Oh, export right here. Put that right there. Set prisoner intake to 10 per day. That was here. No, it's intake. Bring this all the way down to 10. And that's it. We should have the next phone call. There we go. Alright. I managed to persuade the chef to make an exception for Morgan's family visitation. Chief, not chef. Chief. Hello, sir. Carrie Morgan here to see Henry Morgan. Behind the line. Sorry, I'm here to see Henry. Henry Morgan. He's my husband, sir. I won't tell you again. Behind the line now. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Okay, come forward. What was the whole point of pushing her back just to tell her to come forward again? What was going on between... What? Carrie Morgan, sir. Here to see Henry Morgan. This here is his baby girl. That's what you tell him, isn't it? You go on to... What is with the attitude from this cop? Right, there's been a mistake. Morgan's lost his visitation privileges. What? Sorry, we found liquor in his cell this morning. There's nothing I can do. It took me 2 hours to get here. My daughter's crying. This isn't fair. You want fair? Go to Disneyland. Fair is somewhere you win goldfish and eat hot dogs. You won't find it here. Wow. Jeez. Good thing. Won't be having visitors for quite some time. Any message? No, no message. Did they lie to get her away from him or something? Like how there's just a riot outside because of how we've been playing the game. That is very disappointing. It is so difficult to find ways to genuinely help these men. They really need to be taught to help themselves. I think it's clear we need to talk at a visitation facility. Families are queuing out the door. We clearly can't handle the volume of visitors we are now seeing. Build a brand new visitation facility despite what happened to Morgan. I think we need to see positive benefit. He isn't the only inmate here with family. I'm doing some research and I'm astonished to find that many of these inmates have only the most basic maths and reading skills. We need to start to remedy this. Open a new classroom facility and let's start bringing in external teachers to teach the basics. Without education, these inmates have no hope of anything other than a life of crime. And now we need to keep on top of the influx of prisoners, keep expanding our capacity so that every inmate gets a decent quality cell. Okay, so we need another cell block. I think we're just going to build next to this, which we can do quick build. Basic cell is this little 3x3 here. I'm going to do just this. Don't know how many we're going to need. I'm going to just keep going to about right here, and then here. Why does this seem off by one compared to the one at the top? Because the one at the top is off by one. Okay. That looks better. Rotate. Can I cancel this one, please? Why can't I cancel this? That was weird. Now I know that there is a riot, but this should also help us get the riot under control by having a place for the inmates to be. And then, of course, add this down to here, and this down to here. That should give us some more room. I'm going to... Guard response? No. Emergencies. One thing, a riot police. Bring them in here. And then in here. Can't tell if they're doing anything or not. Oh, there's people out here that they're fighting. Oh. Okay. Well, we called the paramedics just to help them. And there's also people fighting outside. Where are they at? They're now following the riot people. They're still making their way down here. These two guys are injured. Can't tell if they're rioting over here. I know these people are. That's done. Let's go back into here and go over to here. I forgot that we were on fast forward. Bring them in here next. And then I have a feeling we're going to need to... Why did it say that this was... Weird. It said there was people in here. There's still a riot. Where are these 4 people that are rioting? Oh, there's someone here. Gotcha. Now there's no riot. Okay, so we can send these guys home. These guys home. Go back to being here. I think we need an infirmary. I'm gonna build a small one over here. I guess a little bit more for a morgue. Why is there just a random door right here? There's also no guards inside. Oh, I can't without a chief. Hire a chief then. We have one of these. We can assign a guard to here. That is 2 guards. We got a few in here. I had one up there and one in here. The rest seems fine. We just need to hire more guards, I think. We'll go up to 20. Seems like 10 aren't being used. Actually, there's more being used now. And I'm going to fast forward between all these cells and this being made. It's going to take us quite a while. And this looks like people being taken out that are dead. With any luck, after they build this, we'll be taking care of the people that are injured. There's a person way out here that's rioting. One single person. I have one guard out here. They should come over and take care of this guy, right? Whoa, what happened to here? He's unconscious. What happened there? Oh, we also need to add utilities. I'm going to add a large water pipe down the center here. And we'll work off that. Same thing with the electrical. Have to continue this down. And this down. Then as we get further in, people will come into their cells. Forgot that we need to add the single pipes. I'm just going to place them in now. They should be worked on. I don't know what they prioritize first, making the building or making the utilities. I also won't know if I misclicked until they build the actual item that needs the pipe. Let's see if that helps out later on. Did we lay down foundation for this? We didn't at first. That's weird. I could have sworn that we did. Large jail door. Right here. Flooring. Just right there. There's another riot. Probably because there's too many people in here. Now they're in here. I'm going to pause for a second because we need to get... Oh, they're down here. Both of these. Bring you in here. Paramedics in here as well. In the shower. Back out here. Bring you out this way. Where are the paramedics? You guys shouldn't be in there. Send them back home. Okay, our infirmary is ready. So I'm going to cut them off. There's a roughly in chat. Can one person be a riot? I think it starts with 5, but maybe. But There a regular door? There is a regular door. This whole time I've been doing all stuff. I heard something that sounded like something was breaking. Objects. We need... table. Where is this? Oh, it's the wind outside is shaking the roof. We don't want bunk beds. Not this. Maybe if I label the room, it'll be easier to find. We need a warden first. Grab a warden, place them down here. Press play quickly just to get the room thing here. Infirmary. Morgue. Where is the door? Looks like the door wasn't placed down. Oh, it is there. Okay. Medical bed. They're not alphabetical, so this makes it a little bit harder for me to find. But I can just type it in. Few medical beds here. And then we need, I think it's called a slab. There's no E in slab. Something like this, and then I'll put a few on the bottom. And that'll be it for this. Actually, we need electricity in here. Let's grab off of here and bring it in. Okay. Then as it gets done, we'll be taking care of the rest. Now we are going to keep getting riots until this number becomes more even. This means that we have more people than we have rooms for. Our current capacity is for 62 people, but we have a lot of rooms that aren't finished yet. We're also going to need a couple doctors. And I don't think there's a priority system, so I can't tell them to focus on the infirmary first. Expand to 80 cells capacity. We're getting closer. We are still working on this. Authorize education bureaucracy. New visitor center. Facilitate 20 inmate family visits. Add telephones to all yards. Easy thing to start with. Do I not know how to spell telephone? T-E-L-E. And there's nothing down here. What? Views on that. We have a capacity of 91, so this should go down over time. So then, let's do the visitor center. We keep adding down to the side here. Can we copy things from over here? Or do we just do quick? I do see visitation right here. I don't think that's the same thing that they want me to do, is it? Definitely not reception. Is it this? No, it's definitely different than visitation. Because it has this thing. Hmm. That doesn't have power. We are getting through the amount of injured people. I think we just need a lot more of people. Or cells. Visitor center. Yeah, it's not the same thing. Okay. Foundation. I'm going to separate it by a little bit. And also make it look similar to the other room. Something like this. No? We don't have enough money? Why can't I do that? Can I do this? I can do that. Okay. What is this? An office desk? I have to wait for this to be opened. Which requires a door. And these are called... what? I don't know what that's called. There's probably a room that I have to sign this. Meeting room? No, that's not the same. Visitor table or visitor booth? Visitor booth. Okay, how do I want to do it? Probably just this way? Then we need utilities, we need power in here. I'll bring this over. There's another riot, because of course. We have too many people, that's why. I'm gonna let this riot play out for a little bit. Because it might take care of some of the extra people that we have. Since we're almost... we were, at one point, more than double our capacity. In the meantime, so the 20 inmate family visits. Add telephones to all yards. Where are telephones? Phone booth. I should have worded it like that. Add a mail room. I think that's something I can quick build. That's a meeting room. Same thing. Oh, it's something hidden. Need a foreman for that. Foreman in here. Quick build. Mail room. Gonna move this little guy over here. We also need to put a door in the back of this, or else the people can't get back here as far as I think. They might be able to just walk through it, but who knows. I'll add a second door anyway. Alright, they are messing with the services, so we're not going to let this wait out. Okay, can I have... Where are you guys? They're up here. Why are we unable to get in? Is it because we don't have any guards? It is because we didn't have any guards. Okay. You guys. Come right here. You guys. Come right here. We need utility services. And then back out here. I want you guys in here first. Alright. Then we're gonna have to bring them in here. I'm gonna grab another thing of riot police. Those guys were knocked unconscious very quickly. We don't have any guards again. Bring them in here. Have the paramedics follow them. Come over here. Ignore the people. Come over here. And they're all unconscious or dead. What happens to the paramedics when they go? I want them to come out here. Paramedics, can you come up here and see if these people are still alive? They are not. One person is unconscious, which is that person. Can you come out here? Without fighting? Nope. You got killed. Okay, we're gonna do all of the riot police now. And a few more guards. Now, everyone come in here. Paramedics in here. You come down here, have you go in here. Paramedics come this way. I have a feeling that one person that's in here is going to not be enough. They're good. You come in here. Same thing with the paramedics. Where else is someone violently shaking? Never on that side, just over here. Oh, the paramedics. They're still out here. Okay. Now bring everyone in here. There's one person violently shaking. Okay, we are now down to the amount of people that we can have in this prison. Now, infirmary is going to take care of all them. We need guards. Back to 20 people again. It looks like we don't have any doctors. We have 3 doctors still. That's some janitors. I'm gonna add some gardeners as well. They'll go around and make things look pretty. And over time, this will go away. There won't be people laying down and stuff like that. It'll just take quite a while. Oh, that wasn't enough telephones? Okay, what if I add 6 more? Assign prisoners to work in the mailroom. Well, we need to add utilities to that. Prisoner. 1 prisoner. 3 prisoners. Not big enough. Okay, we need a bigger room. Why is that auto lights? What? We do that. But then I'm gonna grab this door. Here. Grab this door. Put it right here. There you go. Walls. Demolish these walls, this lane. And then rooms. Where did the mailroom go? Right here. Add you in there. Now you should be fine. But now I should be able to go into here and add more people. That took care of this one. I don't know how to facilitate 20 inmate family visits. Because they're not being used. I just need to go like this. Add visitation right there. It has a booth. Oh, I can't do anything in that room. Okay, so we're gonna just do that. We have people in here now. These are also backwards. I guess it doesn't matter. Path going. Build a classroom, run a foundation education class, build a chapel, spiritual view, classroom. Classroom. See right there. Chapel. Chapel. The infirmary. I see medical. We might have to make our own chapel. There's parole. That's not the same thing though. Okay, let's do one thing at a time. Finish making this room. It's gonna need utilities to it. Maybe not. Looks like this goes far enough over. Our issues over here are going down. Do we still have people assigned to this? We do. I'm going to assign more guards to here. Seems like there weren't any in there. We are getting through this. We might just need to make this a little bit bigger. I think that would be the easier thing to do. Bye. Take this out to here. That is a classroom. What do we have to do for it? Run a foundation education class, which I think would be reports and programs. I was right. Look at that. Build a chapel. Run a spiritual guidance class. Spiritual guidance is right here. All we have to do is make a room and call it a chapel. We'll do the same size room here. I'm going to get utilities. Run this down this way. And I want to turn these around. Or do I? We're going to try something else. Visitor booth. We want to make sure that the prisoner is left side. No. On this side, we want it to the right. And then over here to the left. I'm going to then cancel this object and that. Why are they taking so long to get over here? Brick walls. Here. Just for looks. This doesn't really actually stop prisoners from going on that side. Can a guard come over here? I think we just need more guards. Now this will make it look as though it is separated. The visitors come in one side, prisoners go out the other side. Rooms. We want visitation. We want to bring you all the way over here. This one, we wanted it separated. Door, room, chapel, here. Chapel needs altar, pews, prayer mat. Altar. Pews. These are quite large. Prayer mats we'll put on this side. And of course, bring this down. And the other thing we have to do is finish this out, and I don't know how to increase it other than what we already have done by making more visitation areas. So hopefully 5% is one person and we only need to do 19 more people. Which should get done quickly with this amount of people. I think it is 5% per person. I'm going to assign a guard here and here. And see if that helps with getting the doors open and such. Why isn't there any pavement here? Should be pavement right there. We are very close to being done now that I have this all set up. I think I should put a staff door there instead of a jail door. The jail doors require a guard to come and open. Obviously the staff doors won't need that because they're not a jail door. I'm dead? They are dead inside there. And you don't have electricity, but you're also in a wall. Okay. I'm guessing we have to wait until the next in-game day. What is that, 5 a.m.? Which would be now? The holding cell is almost empty of all the bodies that were in there. That's a good thing. Morgue isn't full, but still needs a lot of work. I am going to go into walls. There is a double staff door. I'm going to put that here instead. That might make it easier to get in and out. I'm going to do the same thing over here while the phone is ringing. There is a Talo in chat if anyone wants one. Alright, now we can go through here. Sorry, sir. Thought you ought to know there's been another suicide. Looks like one of the prisoners ingested rat poison. Dr. Hurst is on the way now to confirm. And he's running. Picture of the lady and her baby. Ain't she the most beautiful thing you ever seen? He's still alive! I think she might be. Never too late to change a life, sir. We practically almost made our own prison on the right side of the screen. With all the things that we had to build. The only thing we didn't do over here is a canteen and stuff. I think we made a big difference. We've given these inmates something to work towards and a reason to keep going. You can stay and help us with the first batch of inmates through the education and work programs we've set up if you want. I think we can handle from here. When you're ready to leave, Morgan's cell. This should be the last one that we're going into. Today on News, a special report into the state of our prisons. It's 2 years since the infamous siege of Alchemico claimed so many lives, including that of Chief Executive Charles Wallace. Today we hear from leading experts to ask what, if anything, has changed since those tragic events. First, we go live to one of the state's longest-running prisons, recently scheduled for demolition. Live now, only on News. This is a decent prison. Thanks, Sarah. This prison has housed some of the country's most notorious criminals. But now the walls are being torn down, ready to replace by a new prison complex. If you look behind me, you can see the construction crew are already here and demolition work has begun. Joining me is City Mayor Calvin Heller. Thank you, Mr. Heller, for taking the time to talk to us today. My pleasure. In the past, you've been a strong advocate for a tougher, more disciplined approach to prison management. Why demolish a facility which has defined for so long the punitive approach? Well, the prison and its operations have become antiquated. We took the decision to replace it with an entirely new facility, one with a more modern policy. This prison was in the news a few years ago as one of the last remaining state execution facilities. Oh, this is the one where we made this. Campaigners have long sought to revoke the death penalty law here. Will you honor their wishes, or will you rebuild the execution facility? That's still under review, but not a decision we'll take lightly. I thought it was part of the game, but somebody outside is playing very loud music. This is CNDC News reporting live on a state of our prison system. After the break, we'll be joined by Dr. Walter Hurst, a specialist in prisoner psychology and rehabilitation. Let me congratulate you on appointed as CEO. This is an opportunity, a fresh start. You'll have complete autonomy, more or less, more prisoners, higher reoffending rates, and have a lot of changes ahead of you. As for the death row facility, tear it down or keep it. Make some use of it. It's really up to you. Nobody else will take up that business if you want. As for objectives, I'm giving you some as I gave to your predecessor. Profits, reoffering rates, capacity. Reoffending rates. It's entirely up to you how you achieve them. One last thing, the previous CEO, Charles Wallace, left behind a letter that he used to give out to any new prison architects who followed the firm. We had some good advice. You may find it useful to take a look. Good luck. Now, I think, since this is telling us to create our own thing, why not just go into the actual game and start there? Let's head over here. I'm gonna pause again. Now that I know that we have quick build on here that has a few basic things, we should probably start with this. Looking through it. Holding cell, we probably should have one holding cell. Holding cell there. I'm going to then put a foundation in front of it. It's going to have the desk where they get frisked or whatever it is. Whatever it's called, I forget. We want walls for a fence. It is walls for a fence. Okay. We want fence with grass. Out here. There's going to be a wall here. And then we want a gate, I guess. Where's a gate? I don't see a gate. Gate door, I mean. Oh, here they are. Standard. Visitor. Do we want this one? Or do we want a jail door? I think we want a jail door. I'd say that to be in the middle. Then go back to walls and grab this fence, bring it down to the gate door. And then this is going to be the visitor thing. So we'll have the visitor opening gate over here, and then I'm not sure where we're going to go from that. We can't build the other stuff until we have research unlocked, so let's do some offices on this side. There's one there, and here. We'll leave a hallway of 2 blocks. Some here and here. And we're going to keep the offices up here, so we're going to build a few going down to the right. I think we only need like 8, so we'll only have another room of 2. In the meantime, let's do foundations here. I'm going to put a wall right here. But what we want is staff double door. Here. Let's build this for now. Green garbage. Now we're going to need the utility room. Just remembered that. Is that a thing I can build quickly? Utility room. It is. Look at that. I'm going to place that up here because all we have to do is upgrade it later on. Not much to change other than the capacitor. While that's going on, I'll go with this and go straight down here. And then I guess we need to do the same thing with water. Something like this to the center of this hallway as well. I don't remember how it connects into the building itself. Oh, I forgot to add a door to the front. Doors, jail cell. Right there. I feel like we're supposed to have like a reception desk or something. Looks like this needs water added to it. When the stuff is done being made, it's supposed to get rid of this outline, so I'm waiting for that to go. I'm guessing they didn't add the stuff on the inside? No. They did add a wall here, so that's good. They called this a holding cell. These are offices, good. They have a door here, but it's stuck open. Not sure why. Just so that I know this is connected correctly. He's in now. What are you missing? There are no canteens. We're getting to that. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Because we have 45 minutes before the first 8 prisoners arrive. And we don't have a canteen yet. So, this didn't help me at all the way that I thought it was going to do. I'm going to dismantle all of it. Oh, you can only dismantle a 30 by 30 meter of objects. Alright, I think there was reception, wasn't there? Not seeing a reception room, but I know down here there was a reception right there, where your prisoners are first taken when they arrive, which is what I want this entire hallway to be. Well, not really the entire thing, but this portion. And what do you require? Indoors, an office desk, table, and a chair. I apparently failed being indoors. So maybe we make this be included out here a little bit. Maybe we need to extend this a little bit. Maybe we should make it this portion. Let's go like this. We'll make this the reception area. And as a temporary thing, I'm going to add a canteen. Here, and kitchen here. And temporarily we will add door here. Oh, this is a 3-block wide. We're gonna have to extend this a little bit. So let's add 1 extra wall piece right there. First prisoners are now here. Not a good thing. Some of them may escape because we don't have a fence around the entire perimeter. We should probably have guards. I'm going to put a warden in here. Why are you not okay? Enclosed, surrounded by walls and doors. Oh, that wall is open! Why? I want these replaced. Why didn't it put the walls back in? Oh, because they're queued up, but they're not done yet. There is an anorith in chat, if anyone would like an anorith. Add this here. And it took away the walls from here as well. This was supposed to be demolished, the walls at least. Okay, now these are getting redone. Was the door queued up? It was not. Large jail. I put a door here, didn't I? I also want to change these to be in the concrete walls. But everything is the same. Right, now the door's in there. Rooms, we're gonna de-zone this room. And reception will be here. Desk, table, chair. Desk. Chair. Table. Very big table. That should be it for this reception. Why are you still upset? Room required. There are no canteens. Oh, we're working on that. Now, utilities. Electrical. Bring you up this way. And straight into these. Water. Bring you up on this side. And add one pipe there. There are no prisoners assigned to eat at this canteen. Why? Add a quick fence here. Here. So that the prisoners don't escape when they go outside. How do you assign prisoners to the canteen? Oh, there we go. Accept your first grant. How do we do that? By opening reports window, pressing... Go into the grants tab. Grants tab right here. So in order to get grants, which is just an extra amount of money, aside from the amount that you get for each prisoner coming in, you can also do different things. And completing these things will give you a grant. The CEO is calling. Reform programs are key to prisoners successfully reintegrating into society. Some offenders will start successful new lives, whilst others fall back into old ones and reoffend. Reformed prisoners will bring on additional cash reward, but some prisoners who reoffend will return to your prison. Not only will you incur a fine for their failed rehabilitation, but they may also have picked up additional bad habits whilst outside. Okay. We haven't completed anything here. We do have some families waiting to visit. What I want to do is see how many different staff members. We can get a psychologist. Oh, we didn't order any or hire any cooks. Probably do that. Psychiatrist. Excuse me. I would assume we need a psychiatrist. Requires a specific office. Can we fire you? No, that would just add another one. How do you fire? There we go. If we need a specific office for it, we're not going to do that. There's something in here that says psychiatrist room. That says security. No, okay. What I want to do is this. That's how we get the psychology room. Okay. Land expansion. We won't need that right away. Security. Requires a warden. Unlocks chief of security who can hire staff toolbar. She gives you access to a deployment screen, which also gives you... We want that. Maintenance. Unlocks the foreman. Allows you to do further research on things like prison labor or additional staff members like the gardener. We'll want that eventually. Education. And we don't really need that right now. No, we don't need legal. We want education. For the reform plan. And policy. We'll need this eventually. Do we do health first? No, I think we should do education. After that's done, we do health. Then security. And then maintenance. Psychology, I don't think we need right away. I mean, it tells us how deranged our prisoners are. But I don't think we need. Why are you on the other side of the table? Can I move it to being this? Not without extending the wall. Okay. What if we do this? Foundation's apparent. Oh, I'm clicking on brick. That's why it keeps adding the wrong wall. Okay, I'm gonna do this. We'll switch this wall first. And then we dismantle this. And then we grab this table and we rotate it to being here. That should mean we can grab these people. Now, the only issue is I don't know how many offices we need for me to know when we're putting the cells in here and everything. Like, unlocks the psychologist. We already have it unlocked somehow. He requires an office to work. Okay, so without his office, we don't have... Or, without this being unlocked, we can't put him in an office. So we do need one room for him. Do they require an office? Like, they require an office, so that's... 1, 2, 3, 4... Don't need an office for that. 5. 6. 7. So we only need 7. But it's probably better to have 8 just to be safe. Let's do some more quick build on... No. We'll just have one extra office. Psychiatrist's office. Okay, so he has a special little room. Alright. Put you down here. Where's the regular office? Why do I not see? Oh, it's right here. You right there. And then what we're going to do is grab some foundations. That here. I'm going to turn down our intake to being 0. How do I do that? Why am I not seeing the ability to turn it down? Closed? Okay. Oh, fill capacity. That's probably what we want. Because we're having too many people now. Okay, next thing we want is a wing of just regular cells, nothing too crazy. I want to know what the difference is between basic. Improved has a shower within the room. We could do some improved ones. Starting to hurt. We might have to find someone to raid out too soon. What else are we doing? We have solitary cell, which is just a toilet in a cell. We're gonna need some of them. Luxury cell. Shared cell. And we already have the holding cell. So these are the 5, 6 including the first one, different cells that we have. I don't think we're gonna do the second option that we placed down, the luxury one. Oh, that's not the luxury one. We will have a wing of a few of these cells. We will need a wing of solitary. We don't really need one for double cells, but we do need these. Now, on the other hand, I could place these down. Just get rid of these 2 drains because we don't even this one that many. And this could be your default cell. So give them a little bit of recreation within their cell. I think we are actually going to use this one, and that's the one we're going to use. How do I... Oh, just like that. Nice. Okay, so what we want is improved cell. Now, another thing that could be improved is that they have a window facing outside the building. But we're not going to do that. Now, I want it against this wall. No. This could be a security room. Could this be? Storage room? We could probably put a storage room in there. I would say we could put another holding cell right there, but probably not a good idea. Maybe we put a shop there? That would probably be a good idea, putting a shop there. For them to have a workplace and also something to do. So we go here, then we want to start right here. That will be the end of that one. So then on this side, we want to rotate to now what I need to do is remake the canteen and the kitchen somewhere else. I'm going to do a quick build. Canteen. We're going to have a butt up straight to this fence for now. Or no, we should probably build it further out. Because we're going to have to start bringing this wing down here. Let's put it up against here. And our kitchen. Oh, that's not where... And it's going to go down 2 more. And then that would make a really large hallway. I think I just need to demolish this entire thing and then add it in. There's a Mandabuzz in chat if anyone wants a Mandabuzz. I think what I'm going to do is add the foundations for all in here. And then we'll demolish the canteen and move it later on. Should probably add a gate right here. Not a gate, a door. Because they're going to get stuck in here eventually. We obviously need power over here. Let's add some power. Oh, excuse me. Power going up. Not that way. Let's go up this hallway. And then we'll go this way. Water. Have the main coming up this way as well. Going this way. Then I need the little pipes. Going to each toilet. And one here. Oh, they're taking down the walls. I wasn't trying to do that. Now, I'm not liking the wall for the psychiatrist. Oh, they're trying to escape. They are escaping. Well, just put this back here. I forgot there's showers. Which are not on the same wall as the toilets. Oh, I can get rid of these. So there's a shower here. Oh, it's in line with the toilet on the other cell. That's nice. When you get around to it, I want you to redo this. I'm okay with the floor being nicer. It looks like some people are already being taken into the cells. Wait, I can plan this out. Oh, so that is 5 by 6. 5 by 6 there. 5 by... Are these off by one tile? Five by 6. 5 by 6. 5 by... They're off by 2 tiles. How did I do this off by 2 tiles? Because I wanted it in line with this. Okay. We'll be fixing that eventually. 5 by 6 there. Get to 5 by 6 here. The canteen is 13 by 12. Forgot which way was 13, which way is 12. I think the height is 12. Yes, so we did this correctly. Kitchen is 10 by 8. That's where the kitchen goes. Which we can put in right now. We do have all these cells, which unfortunately are going to be demolished at some point and moved. But somehow I off-counted by 2. I think I went to the end of this. I did go off of this. That's not what I wanted to go off of. I was supposed to go off of this right here, because this is our main hallway. Alright, we want to get rid of the things on the floor, right? Anchor objects. I doubt we need that many. Okay, utilities to get up to this kitchen. We need you coming this way. That should be enough for that. Water, on the other hand. We are going to just add 1 straight pipe into there. These are going to be changed at some point. But it should be fine for now. We could move a holding cell further down. Move all this stuff down more. I think we'll end up doing that as well. Because we turned our intake off, so we're not getting more people. We're stuck at 29. We apparently only have 8 cells? Yeah, we do only have 8. Okay. We just don't have all 8 people being in there yet. Why have they not moved stuff? Do we actually need a storage place? We might. In the meantime, bulldoze all of this. The kitchen is now up here. And I want you to dismantle this. Because what we're going to do is add walls right here. Demolish walls right there. And then quick build 18. Just to make sure it's in line, which it is. That goes there. It should not take away the walls of the other buildings or the other rooms. If it does, I'm going to have an issue again. It shouldn't. I think it would just butt up to it. We are losing some people. There's been a few deaths. Thankfully, doing this new table thing made it easier for the guards to get to the different people. What will we need for utilities? We already have electricity coming in the right way. Water. Water is already up to here. We don't need anything other than electricity for lights in here. And it took away the door. They're stuck in there now. Okay. Forget where the staff door was. Can I just quick build and it puts the staff door only? It looks like it does. That's a good way of doing that. Why are you rebuilding everything? What the heck? It looked like it took away the utilities. It it did take away the utilities and put them back. That's weird. Alright, how come there's no lights in here though? No prisoners are assigned to this. That's fine. What I want you to have is a hallway. Alright. Now what we're going to do is demolish all this. Demolish all this. Dismantle objects. It does grab the door, so that's perfect. I need one more dismantle object. Right there. Alright. Quick build. We're going back to the improved cells. We can put 2 in the correct spot, and then we'll have to demolish 2 from above. And we also need to select. And eventually this is going to be all one thing. Can I change the fence to a wall without it being destroyed? That would be perfect. Utilities, grab electric, all the way down here. Water, grab the pipes, bring it all the way down here. And now we start looking at this. So we go straight across. I'll stop there. Then I want to dismantle these. There's a fomantis in chat. And it seems like without a storage shed, we don't have a place to put all the stuff we have dismantled. Which is an issue. So, since this wall is now changed, I'm going to do foundations on all of this and all of this. Make that part of our building. We're then going to dismantle part of this room and move it over. But what I need to do first is these 2 rooms, also these walls. And then say that they're not right. Quick build. Bring them down here. These right here. We should be able to fit like one more room. We're gonna have to add a little bit to the hallway. It isn't a big issue. What is a big issue is the fact that we have so many injured people. Jeez. 18 people awaiting solitary confinement, 2 in lockdown, 21 people require medical attention. Now that does not only mean prisoners. That does include guards and everything else. Okay, so we do have the holding cell ready, or ready to be worked on. I think we need those taken out, and this wall taken down. Because if I go into planning and grab this distance here, 12, it goes to exactly right there. Which is now going to be right here. Okay, more utilities. Right now it's just the water that we need to redo. Grab you here. Here. No. Right there and there. We are going to dismantle you and you. This group. I'm going to dismantle this entire thing here. And what we're going to do is grab this pipe and bring it all the way up to here and in. Once they do that, I'll work on the rest. You're there, you're right here. Dismantle this. Dismantled. Something doesn't have power. We go into here. Oh, you need to have this brought down more. Which got the smallest. Don't know why they got demolished. Oh, because I did utilities and I just dragged the line. So it doesn't discriminate against what utility, it does all utilities in that line. You gotta be careful. You don't have a pipe. Neither do you. We're gonna connect you straight in like... Alright. More dismantling. And demolishing. And rooms. Quick build. Root cells. 1, 2, 3. And then what we're going to do over here is we're going to say nothing is right there. Walls. Dismantle all these objects. We don't need them in there. Oh, it dismantles the lights. Okay, didn't realize that. That makes sense. That's why we have 14 lights on us. Where does it put the lights in the cells? I don't see any lights in the cells. I'm going to come through here and add a light for every cell. It seems like they don't have one. Now I'm going to down here. Oh, there's a cell object button. Doesn't seem like it's selling them. There we go. Should dismantle all that. Now what I'm going to do is also dismantle this door. Because these guys should be coming in here now. Which means that I need to dismantle, demolish. The concrete floor? It is concrete floor. Okay. I want the floors to look the same. And now we also need this right here. That should get rid of the wall as they build it. Let's just continue this up here. It is continued up here. Okay. Then we just need water. Here, 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 here. And straight across here. And then we go down this. Which is probably why they didn't have any lights, because we got rid of utilities, and that would cancel out the light that was part of it. Yeah, there is a light here now. Okay, that makes sense. Back down here, dismantle these. We do now have room for 14 prisoners. We have 13. What I want to do is make this storage. I don't see a storage room. But I could have sworn that on one of the maps that we went on, I saw storage. We put it as empty room? That's not the same. I'm gonna click on these to get rid of the icons. What if I go through all the ones that aren't unlocked? Workshop, security, infirmary, morgue, laundry, cleaning cupboard, kennel, armory, library, forestry, mailroom, shop, pantry, flower garden, restaurant, bakery. Storage. Oh, I couldn't see it for some reason. There we go. And then what I want in here is a staff-only door. Let's do double door. I'm going to try to center it. Right there. Concrete wall. Then they should be able to fit everything inside there. Okay. So that's the bare necessities that we needed. Saying feed prisoners. Some of them didn't get fed, but we are doing them. We do need a visitation area, which is in here, called a meeting room. It's not called a meeting room, it's called visitation. Only thing is, we're going to change the tables and chairs, being something else. I liked how we had it the last time, where it was like a U, or I guess it would be more of a fork. I grab this. And we go something like this. Actually, let's plan it out first. Something like that. And then decent hallway. We will have table, table, Then on this side, same thing. We could fit one here if it was an odd number, because I think these tables are odd. Where is it? I don't remember what it was called. We just like visitor booth. Oh, visitor booth is a 2x2. Oh, that makes this a little bit better. We can fit more in here than I thought. Okay, then there'll be two here, two here. And then this will be for the inmates, although I kind of want them right out more. No, I don't actually. We want this to come down here. And then we'd have to have the walls out this way. We could have a door right there. We'd have obviously a door right here. Okay, now that we have what we're doing, build this up. Flooring on the outside, we're going to put something like a stone. Here, let's put some under there too. Should probably put the doors in now. Double door here. A jail door here. And it looks like all the electricity works here automatically. Except for a couple lights. So maybe if we just go down 2, that'll be enough. And what I need now the visitor's booth. But we need to make sure that prisoner is on the top part. Oh, we need to go back one more. I forgot that I miscounted. Can we bring you to there? I'm going to stop the planning here. There is a semi-pour in chat if anyone wants a semi-pour. What, Tori? I don't think you guys could hear it, but she was meowing something fierce. She wanted everyone to see that she used the restroom. Try and make it look pretty for the visitors. To get rid of all this plan. Now I'm going to add a single tile wall here and here, just to make it look more separated. And it looks like we have a riot. They're freaking out a little bit. Do we add a gate so that they don't... I don't think they run through this. I could be wrong. If so, we'll change it later. Let's get stars off of these. Can't do no correct. We didn't look at everything in here. Still something I haven't looked at. Worry about that later. only gonna do a few of these. Doors. Oh, these are rooms. Nothing in here has a star. These have stars, though. There's a padded flooring. I guess I know what that's for. There shouldn't be anything in here that has a star, so I don't know why there's still... I'm gonna ignore that then. That's not the button I want. I want this button. We can do maintenance next. And staff, we want... Psychiatrist. Exceeds daily budget. Oh. Our budget is not that good. Alright, if this hallway continues this way as well, which by the way, I want a door right here. I would want something in here that connects the two. Now we could put a tiny clinic in here. How big is that? Is it called a clinic or infirmary? Medical. We don't have the medical available yet. We have the classroom. Let's put some improved cells down this way. 3, 7. We're almost to the end. So we'll do a wing of just 7 for right now. 2, 3, 5, 6. Miscounted somewhere. Oh, on the other side. Okay, cancel all this, please. Redo this. Hopefully it keeps the foundations that they already put down. That would be annoying if it didn't. And then all of this as well. That is my alarm for us to find out who we're going to raid to. So after they build this wing, so we have an increase of 28 inmates. Or the availability for 28. We could do solitary cells right here. That would probably be a good idea, have a wing of solitary cells close to the front of the building. How big are they if I do a quick build? I put a hallway of 2. I can put a hallway of 2. Let's put a row of them here. And stations there. And then need to grab doors. I forgot to put them in before we built all this. Some people might be stuck in here in a little bit. We're gonna grab this, bring it all the way down. And we're gonna go to the water and grab this pipe and bring it all the way down as well. And then since I know where everything has to go, that's the big pipe. One little pipe. That. Did I connect those in? Looks like I did now. This way. This way. Now I only go to the showers on this. That should be it for there. It looks like somebody tried to escape. Somehow we have 15 prisoners now. Oh no, we have a capacity of 15. We only have 13 prisoners. Someone just died. Which it says in the bottom right of the screen that someone just died. Just waiting for the rest of the rooms to get done. We'll have some solitary confinement for the people that are getting... or having issues. Regime, we could change this up. Two lines of... What am I looking for? Not intake. Sentence adjustments? I want to define what makes them go into solitary confinement. So if I pause 8. I don't think we want to mess with it. Like I want it to be if you hit a guard, you go into solitary, stuff like that. But I don't need it to be... We still have some people staff exhaustion. That's a thing I didn't plan about. Is there a quick build for a staff room? There is! And it fits right here, look at that. We'll build that there. Grab some foundations. I don't know why we're following this guy. I think I clicked on him or something, I don't know. Bring this to here. And instead of putting the staff door on the end, put the staff door here instead. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to dismantle it. They're still working over here, so they might not get to that area for a while. Actually, they just started on it. Huh. I would have hoped you guys would finish this first. In the meantime, I'm going to go through here and do dismantle objects on the things that are placed. We don't want placed. It added the rest of the hallway. There is no lighting, so we should probably add a light. Actually, they just added lighting. Never mind. Objects. Cancel. We don't want you guys. You guys. Everything else isn't done yet. These two are. Done. There's some lights in walls that we don't need. How's up here? We're not done with that just yet. We only have one more cell to make. That will bring us up to a total of 28 people. Availability. Okay, utilities. I want to make sure that these are fine. We probably should have another light. Water is perfectly fine for now, at least. I think we should add some capacitors to here. I'm just going to max it out completely. And then that should last quite a while. I think it does mean that we spend more money on it each day. I think we'll be fine. Just do for release. How do we release a person? That is question. We didn't complete any things here. Team. Not what it, programs. Foreign prisoner consultation. Is this what we need? The idea of this program is to change the mindset of the currently incarcerated by having an ex-inmate who has now reformed to speak about their experiences in new life. That is not what... Person just escaped, apparently. Conflict resolution. An ex-inmate who is now reformed will come in to speak about the possible difficulties found upon release. Different problematic scenarios will be role-played for inmates to learn. That is not what we need either. I think this just comes and goes. Visitors on the other... Oh, we never labeled this room. What is this called? Visiting? Deliveries, garbage, common, visitation. I didn't realize that we never labeled that room. So now people should be coming in and getting their family's time. We're not equipped to handle the fire in the prison. Fire? At the moment, we are seriously unequipped to deal with fire in the... Should install sprinkler system as soon as possible. Where is there fire? I don't see a fire anywhere. Okay. I will go into utilities and put a sprinkler system since that concerned me. Sprinklers are part of objects, aren't they? Fire sprinkler. And get rid of these stars while we're at it. Okay, so I think we should have 2 in here. 2 in here. The rest I'm not really worried about, because I think that's the only 2 places that can have a fire. Which are probably going to need pipes added to them. We should probably move the deliveries down for... There was a Regigigas in chat. I thought there couldn't be any legendaries. Suspicious. I'm gonna move the deliveries down further. How big is this? 9, okay. If we move it down here. And they definitely do need water access now. If I were to go like this, would that work? No idea just yet. These should work for sure. We still need medical attention. Should we add... Oh, we need to research it, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. Well, I think this is a perfect spot to find out who we're going to raid out into. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. EST, and on Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. EST.